A sudden exit, a vague explanation, and a wave of questions. U.S. President Donald Trump was unexpectedly taken from his Florida golf club in Jupiter for what officials described as a scheduled dentist appointment. But here's the twist. There was no such appointment listed on his public schedule, immediately triggering speculation about what really happened behind the scenes. According to statements from the White House, the visit was routine, just a local dental checkup. But as reported by the Mirror, the lack of prior disclosure has raised eyebrows, especially given the level of transparency typically expected around a sitting president's movements. The question now, why wasn't this appointment listed in advance?
Horrible for testing. We should give him a cognitive test. I took 3 of them, aced all of them, by the way. 3.
The timing has only added to the intrigue. Just days before the sudden visit, Trump had taken to Truth Social with a string of late-night posts boasting about his mental sharpness. In those posts, he claimed he had aced cognitive tests multiple times, going even further to suggest he had served 3 presidential terms, a statement that quickly drew attention for its inaccuracy. The test Trump referred to is believed to be the Montreal Cognitive Assessment, commonly known as MoCA. It's designed to detect signs of cognitive decline, but experts say it's not exactly a test you ace. As noted in commentary reported by the Mirror, the exam is relatively straightforward for healthy individuals and is typically used as a screening tool rather than a benchmark of exceptional ability. Former clinical psychologist Dr. John Gartner weighed in, explaining that passing the test simply indicates the absence of major cognitive impairment, not peak mental performance. His remarks, cited in the same coverage, suggest that Trump's claims may be exaggerated, adding another layer to the ongoing debate around the president's health and public statements. Then came another twist. Trump's social media activity surged again late at night, this time sharing AI-generated images of himself alongside J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, paddling shirtless in the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. The unusual imagery quickly went viral, leaving many questioning the intent behind the posts. Alongside those images were additional posts comparing the reflecting pool's past condition during Barack Obama's tenure to its future after renovations, blending political messaging with surreal visuals. For critics, the combination of late-night activity and bold claims has only intensified scrutiny. For now, the White House insists there's nothing unusual about the dentist visit, but the unanswered questions, the timing, and the surrounding online activity have ensured one thing: this story isn't going away anytime soon. Was it just routine or something more? The speculation continues.
He said he's horrible for testing. We should give him a cognitive test. I took 3 of them, aced all of them, by the way. 3 of them. You know, I'm the only president to take a cognitive test, because I don't think Obama could pass it. I don't. Didn't he get into Harvard with a C average? I don't know. What's that? I don't think he could pass it. I don't think, well, Biden isn't. Give me a break. You know, the first question is very easy. It's a lion, a giraffe, a bear, and a shark. They say, which one is the bear? And everybody says, 30 questions. Everyone says, very standard. It's a very standard test, but very tough. Around those last 10 questions, not too many people, even in this very room, unlike Newsom, I'll say, this room of geniuses. He said, I'm in a room of dumb people. That was not good. That was not good. You know what happened to him after that? It wasn't a pretty, but I'm in a room of brilliant people, but a lot of you wouldn't have been able to answer those 10 questions. And when I got the score in the test, the doctor said, wow, I've never seen, you know, you have 5 doctors lined up, they're all over the place. I said, should I take it? You know, I've had different phases. They've said, he's a mad genius. I didn't mind that too much. Then they said, he's a horrible human being. I don't like that much. Then they said, he's really not a smart person at all. I really hated that. So I took a cognitive test, and I said to the doctor, First doctor is Dr. Ronnie. You know Doc Ronnie. We all love Doc Ronnie. But he had a whole team of doctors at Walter Reed, a great place. I said, so should I do it? He said, well, it's a tough exam, actually. You know, those last 20 questions, they get tough. A lot of people can't do them. I said, well, what do you think? He said, well, if you do it, they're going to find out because it's essentially a public, it's a military hospital. If you do badly, they're going to find out, and it won't be pleasant. I said, well, I do well on things, so let's do it. And I got everyone right. And these are tough questions. These are tough questions, They say, take a number, any number. Okay, I'll take 99. Multiply times 9, okay? Divide it by 3, good. Add 4,293, that's good. Divide by 2. Subtract 93. Divide by 9. What is your answer? Now, they go a little slower than that, but not much. I don't want to waste a lot of time. But there aren't a lot of people that get it right. I got it right, It was actually longer and more complex than that. But no, it's a tough test, so I took it. And then, everyone said, all right, good, he's smart. He's smart. It's not really smart. It's like, you know what we are, really? We have common sense. We're people with common sense, right? We like strong borders. We don't like open borders for the world to pour into our country, right? From prisons all over the Congo, all over South America. The Congo, I tell you what, the Congo, they just used to think that we were just an open cesspool where they take all their prisoners and dump them into our country. Parts of South America, the same thing. It's terrible. So, as you know, we've done a fantastic job. But I just felt, and I put out yesterday a statement, I think anybody running for president or vice president should be forced to take a cognitive examination. Right? I mean, you get a guy, he gets in, he's got a good line of crap, he gets in, and all of a sudden you're stuck with a man who's a moron. This is not good. This is not good. We went through 4 years of it. It's not a good situation. But we also dramatically increased coverage for outpatient clinical care known as site-neutral payments, stopping seniors from being ripped off by billions of dollars of outrageous fees that they charge, billions and billions of dollars, right? Oz. And on top of these major Medicare improvements, I'm pleased to report today that we have authorized $210 million in rural health care funding for the great state of Florida. 210.